Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I wanted to make a quick video to explain what items for Witch Doctor I think will still be good at level 70 when the Reaper of Souls expansion hits from Loot 2.0. So, we've got about a little under 3 weeks till the expansion comes out, and there's a lot of level 60 legendaries in Loot 2.0 that the legendary effects are so powerful that even at level 70, until you find the level 70 counterpart to those items, will still be good. So let me show you real quick what I think is going to be good still. As far as Witch Doctor goes, there's a few pieces, and then I'm going to show you a few pieces that I think are just good in general, but I would love to have for my Witch Doctor. So, the 4-piece Zuni set, your fetish army lasts until they die. Now, that 4-piece is extremely good on its own, but if in conjunction with a few other legendaries, becomes extremely, extremely powerful. Now, the nice thing is, in the expansion, these Loot 2.0 items, even though they are level 60, we'll be able to re-roll them with the Mystic. So for instance, on this piece of gear, that Grasp of the Dead damage that does literally nothing for me at the moment will be able to get turned into Vitality or something like that, which is great. So the 4-piece Zuni set, farm it up. You know, it's not going to be as good as level 70 Zuni drops, but until you get those level 70s, it'll be adequate, and you'll be able to use it at level 70 in my opinion. Now, one of the items that goes very well with that set is the Carnevil. Your fetishes shoot a poison dart every time you do. This is a pretty good roll even for a level 60 item, but I'll be able to reroll that life per hit to, say, a socket when the expansion comes out, which is great, and I almost guarantee you I'm going to use this thing a decent amount until a level 70 version drops for me. So there's a couple items. Let me go ahead and pull over browser real quick to show you some more items. So Mask of Jerem is another voodoo mask. Pet Steal 75% more damage, which is a very powerful effect. This can actually roll much higher than that. It can roll up to, I believe, 100%, at least in the 90s from what I've seen. I don't think I've seen a 100% one yet, but I think it can roll up that high. Just extremely powerful, especially with that 4-piece Zuni set and the Fetish Sycophant's passive. Your Pet's dealing 100% more damage is kind of crazy, really. And then another piece of pet gear that's extremely good. It's going to go over to gloves real quick. The Tasker and Theos increases attack speed of your pets by 40 to 50%. So even at level 70, if you've got the 4-piece Zuni set, these Tasker and Theos, and a Mask of Jerem, your pet build should be pretty nuts. Those legendary effects are just so powerful that until you get that level 70 counterpart, they should still be viable at level 70. So there's a few items. Now the rest of these are pretty much going to be not Witch Doctor specific, but are items I would love to have on my Witch Doctor personally. One of them being a pair of bracers, the Warzekian Arm Guards. Every time you destroy a wreckable object, you gain a short burst of speed. Now that burst of speed is 50%. Now, I believe that's a static 50%. I've had them drop twice, and both of them were 50% every time, so I believe there's no variance there. Anyways, so every time you destroy that wreckable object, you get that burst, which is crazy for, you know, just moving quickly. I know, personally, I like to move quickly. You know, we're not demon hunters as witch doctors, so we don't get to vault around like crazy like they do. We have pretty good movement speed for the most part, and movement abilities with jaunt, things like that, but these make it really, really nice, and leveling up from 60 to 70, they're going to be great for you for moving quicker, and even at level 70 after they're re-rolled, I think they'll still be good. So that brings me to another piece of movement gear that I really like, which is a ring. Rochelle's Ring of Larceny. Gain 45 to 60% increased movement speed for 4 seconds after fearing an enemy. Now, this is pretty much... This might as well be a Witch Doctor item, because Witch Doctors are one of the only classes that has an active ability to fear. I think maybe Barbarians can do it too, with a rune or two, potentially. But we have Horrify, and with Grave Injustice, Horrify is off of cooldown the majority of the time. And it's pretty easy to use this ring properly to where you can kind of get a mob down to where it's almost dead and fear it, and then kill it with a ranged spell, and then get your burst of speed and move on. And with the Warzekian Arm Guards, if you have both of those, leveling up 270 should be extremely fast. Your movement speed is going to be really crazy at that point. So I've got one of these already in Loot 2.0, and I think I'll be using it quite a bit. It also makes for some really nice speed builds in Torment 1 from what I've played in the beta, and I think you'll be able to use that until you get the level 70 version, obviously. Now these don't always roll very well, but at least you'll be able to reroll something with the Mystic when the expansion drops. So those are pretty much the main items I would search for if I were you guys as Witch Doctors. Again, 90 to 95% of the legendaries you find aren't going to be very good at level 70. You're going to replace them pretty quickly. There's a few weapons that are good too I didn't go over, but I think these are the main items you guys should look for. Again, you know, like I said, there are a few items here and there that I didn't go over that will still be decent at the very least. Like Leoric's Signet will be fine. The extra experience gain will be nice there, and some other things. As far as mojos go, you're going to need a Zuni string. The issue is that the average damage rolls extremely poorly currently in Loot 2.0 at level 60, and you won't be able to reroll the average damage on mojos at level 70. So the Zuni string is probably the only mojo I would really worry too much about at this point. But if you want to get the other mojos just for some variance, because the majority of them have some pretty cool effects to them, I wouldn't blame you. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to go over that real quick, since we're pretty close to the expansion. It should be out relatively soon. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.